My name is Amanda Krowski and I am 25 years old. So my story started in 2005 and rolled over into 2006. I had a 6-month period of going through different episodes is what my mom would call them, but they would find me on the floor in my bedroom, find me in the kitchen, and I would just wake up and have no idea where I was. I had different tests done to see if they were seizures or if there's something with my heart, but they never actually found anything with any of those tests. And one of them, I actually had to stay up all night long and then go in the morning to see if that would trigger anything. And they still didn't find anything with that one either. So the very last time that I had an episode, I was waiting for my friend to call and I had my phone sitting on my chest. And I remember it ringing and then I answered hello. And then I don't remember anything. So then my dad had told me later that he turned around because he was sitting at his desk and saw me and I was on the couch and I wasn't breathing, so he was doing CPR. My mom was calling 911. And then I remember being taken out on the stretcher and seeing my brother Chad right before I got into the ambulance. And then waking up, I was in the hospital. When I went to Mercy, I was told the next day that I had long QT syndrome. I didn't find out that it was type 2 until a few years ago when I was actually talking with Dr. Law about what exactly I had, because there's so many types of long QT syndrome. So I have long QT syndrome type 2, so it affects me more when I sleep and upon waking. I just remember being told that, and I thought my world was coming to an end because I was in high school and I was in sports. They told me no more sports, no more volleyball, no more basketball. And at the time I'm like, absolutely not. Nope, you can't take that away from me. Like, sports are my life. That's what I do right now. So I kind of pushed the envelope with that, and I ended up signing a release form saying that I understand that I am taking a huge risk. Now it does not affect me as much. I'm still active. I do ferals a lot, and that's kickboxing and resistance bands. I have recently been told no because I wanted to do CrossFit, but they said that that's pushing it a little too much. Knowing where I was at, like when I was first diagnosed, I was super mad. I was mad at my parents, mad at the doctors, mad at everyone and anyone, just because this was something that's new to me and I had no idea how to feel. And now that I'm older, I kind of can grasp it a little bit more and think that if I didn't have my ICD, then I don't know if I would be here. So you kind of have to almost reach within yourself to find where you want to be, what you want to do, and if you can do it. My limitations, I don't know where my stopping point is because I haven't really got to the point where I'm like, nope, I can't do that. So I like to have a positive outlook on life, just so when people do ask, like, oh, you have an ICD, like, what are you doing? What are you not doing? I like them to look at me and be like, okay, that's awesome. Like, I can do that. You can do it, I can. So ICD stands for implantable cardio defibrillator. So what mine does is it monitors my heart rate. So a lot of the times at night, my heart will drop really low. And so it really keeps it in check with where it should be. And sometimes in the morning, if my alarm is super loud or there's a loud noise and I wake up really fast, my heart rate will shoot up, and sometimes too fast, so I will receive a shock. And when I receive a shock, it feels like someone's hitting me in the chest with a baseball bat. And it's weird because I've received a handful of shocks, so now I know like my body's response before it even happens, so I can kind of prepare myself almost for it, and so then it happens and I'm not as freaked out about it. We are always taking care of everyone else first, and it's really hard to actually take the time to take care of yourself, but you can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself first. So it's very important to listen to your body, take care of you, make sure you have you time, and do what you need to do before you reach out to other people. My why is so when people look at me, I can be a face of hope. I want them to see my face somewhere or see me and know that there is a tomorrow, there is chances, there's something bigger that you're supposed to be doing. I want to be able to advocate for those that can't or those that are too scared to. I want to be able to be there for the people that are scared. When I meet new people and they have an ICD and they have no idea what to do or they're scared, I want them to be able to come to me and talk to me and just be comfortable and know that there is hope for an ICD life.
My name is Roseanne Wolf, and I am 32 years old. I graduated from the University of Iowa in 2012 with my PhD in applied math, and my research focused on mathematical modeling of cardiomyocytes or heart cells with genetic mutations that were linked to arrhythmias. So I worked in the cardiology research lab, and I worked with researchers that were actually funded by American Heart Association grants, and I had no idea that I was about to be a patient myself. About a year after graduating from Iowa, I passed out at home in Dubuque. My parents luckily were visiting me for the weekend, and I had no warning whatsoever. I don't remember anything. I just remember waking up on the floor and trying to figure out why my mom was screaming at me and how I had gotten on the floor. We went to the ER there in town, and they did an EKG and sent me home and thought I was just dehydrated. Because of my research, I did something in the ER that most people probably don't do. During my research years, I had seen EKGs from mice and humans and dogs, but never one of my own. And I actually asked the ER doctor for a copy of it. And I also knew from the research that a computer automatically reads an EKG, and then a cardiologist will look at it and either confirm or change the diagnosis on it. And even though the ER doctor said my EKG was okay, the computer had flagged it as abnormal or borderline abnormal. And that was my clue that I needed to ask more questions. I called one cardiologist that I knew from doing research, and she told me to come to Iowa City, and we went through some more tests. And during the tilt table test, I passed out again, and they recorded my heart stopping for 14 seconds. And at that point, we were hoping that it was just a fluke event, because I had only passed out the one time, and we were just going to take a wait and see approach. About a year after that, I was at home at my parents' for Christmas, and I passed out again. That time it was much more severe. I lost consciousness repeatedly during a short period of time. The very first time that I passed out, my dad had actually started doing rescue breathing because I wasn't coming to as fast as I had in the past. And we went to the ER there in Storm Lake, and I was transferred by ambulance to Iowa City. And during that admission, I met Dr. Michael Giudice. I was diagnosed with neurocardiogenic syncope. With neurocardiogenic syncope, you have a decrease in your heart rate and your blood pressure at the same time, and it can cause the heart to actually stop, which was what happened in my case. I had my pacemaker put in March of 2015. So my pacemaker is actually responsible anywhere between 50 to 70% of my heartbeats, depending upon when he checks my device. It is responsible for initiating the contraction, and my pacemaker is actually different than most pacemakers, that there's a sensor in the ventricle or the bottom half of my heart that can sense the decrease in blood returning to the heart and will increase my heart rate to keep me from passing out. There's no restrictions or anything like that. I can do anything that I want to do. Dr. GDC's always telling me to go out and do 5Ks, 10Ks, whatever I want to run. Just other than having the annual checkups and having the generator or the pacemaker replaced when the battery dies out, there's nothing, just maintenance with it. There's no family history whatsoever. We have heart disease in our family, but not anything with arrhythmias, or nobody else in my family has a pacemaker. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and if you know your body the best, if you think something's not right, keep going, keep asking questions. My parents and my dog Gracie is my why.